Hey, hi, good afternoon. Hello. Yeah, I'm waiting for people to join in. Only 10 of you have joined right now. We'll just wait for 3, 4 minutes more and then we'll start. So I was thinking about that project thing I spoke during the session, right? Like we would be running extra sessions, but that is not official. So you all still interested, right, for that? Am I audible? So you remember last time I spoke about that we are going to create a project and I would be running extra sessions for that. But that are not under your college part. We will be doing that as a different, as a prep thing, where we'll be covering various technologies, not only related to Java. I was planning for much more. So still interested for that. Up for that, I was looking to create a group of around 30, 35 people. So second year, third year, I'm going to pitch that up to everyone. But again, those sessions are not part of your college. Huh? That is something we'll have to be very much clear. No attendance, nothing. We just jump in, have an hour, hour and a half of good work, and wrap off. So I was planning on that. One more thing, just taking a initial survey. Okay. So I guess most of you are interested. I'm just adding a question. Yeah, I've added a question in chat. Can you just check out that quickly? If we start those sessions, what time would be more preferable to you all? Okay. I guess late evenings would be much better, right? Because 6 to 10, we all are very much also busy with our family sometimes and those things. So I was also planning for same, but just wanted to check with you all. Okay. Okay. So let's start with our part today, and let me know once my screen is visible. Okay. So now we have covered till string part, right? We are done with unit 5. Let's start with exception handling, and let's start with the packages. So just to give you an idea, we are currently at unit 5. So what are the remaining topics we have? Okay. We have certain remaining topics. Those are wrapper class. We have wrapper class. Then we have exception handling. Then we have string is done. We have exception handling. Then we have got packages, which we'll cover today. Then we have got abstract class and interface. Okay. Then we have Java IO. These are not units, these are topics which are remaining from now. And then we have threads, and then we have got collection API. Okay, so we have got 6 7 topics remaining. We'll cover exception handling and packages today. Wrapper class is a very small topic, so we don't have to worry about that at all. I will give you enough code about it. Then we have got abstract class interface. So we are planning a session on Monday in college, in person session. So we'll cover abstract class interface there, and mostly wrapper class also. And then remaining 3 topics, right? Java, IO, threads, and collection API. So we'll need one like 3 more sessions. So overall, like 5 more sessions are remaining, and we'll be able to wrap it up. Generics is a part of collection API itself, Sanchit. So we'll cover generics when we go to the collection API. They are part of collections. Okay. We have it here, so don't worry. We'll take care of that as well. Okay. Now let's start with the exception handling, and we have got our pen notes. Okay. So let's start with the next one. We have got exception handling, and how do we start with that? So what are exceptions? How do they exactly work? And let's figure out that. See, there is a difference between exception and error. Okay, we have got exception handling. Exception handling. See, how do we define an exception? How do we define an exception? Exceptions are unexpected erroneous events. Just 1 second. Okay. So exceptions are what? They are unexpected erroneous events which occur at runtime and breaks the flow of execution. Okay, important terms. What are the important terms? When it comes to exception, we need to understand they are unexpected erroneous events, something which you don't plan ever. For example, we have started this session, but are we sure that what is something we have planned for? We will be running something, and there can there error be happening in my code? Can I expect an error to happen in my code? Yes, no. Can I expect an error to happen in my code? Yeah. Can you use in the chat? If we write a code, can we expect that error will happen somewhere? We'll do the compilation, we'll fix it, right? But when it comes to exception handling, exceptions are what? Unexpected erroneous event. Now, for example, if there is a electric outage or my internet is not working, did we expect that to happen? Did we expect that to happen? That the moment we start, something will, and is it in our hands? Is that in our hands? Okay. No one responding. You all there? Right, and mm, okay, I just need 1 minute. I need to pick up a file for this sesh part. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so I have got what I need. Let's start again. So we have got exceptions. Exceptions are the unexpected erroneous event which are occurring at the runtime and which are breaking the normal flow of your code. This is what we understood in first code, and so they are breaking the execution of my flow. Exceptions can be handled in two ways. Okay, exceptions can be handled in two ways. Now, these are some of the new terms which you are learning now. We're learning in Java. First is that you make use of a try-catch block. So, how does a try-catch block looks like? A try-catch block starts like this, and the second way is we'll make use of keyword throws. Now, how does this throws keyword looks like? Works like? Let's see that. So, I've got try-catch, and I have also got throws. So, let's figure that out one by one. In try-catch, any piece of code which is prone to throw exception. Okay, how do we write that? It's like a normal block. We write the code here, and then we have got the catch block. In the catch block, there is a class in Java called as java.lang.exception, which is super class for all the exceptions. So how does that looks like? Any piece of code which is prone to throw an exception goes in try block. Okay, it goes in try block. So whatever code you are writing, if that has any way that it can throw an exception, it will go inside the try block. You have to write it inside try block. Sometimes you can write it out of your wish. Sometimes you will be forced by Java to write it there. I'll show you how. Then the other part is what happens, what goes inside the catch block. When exception happens, what steps are to be taken or written in the catch block? When an exception occurs, what steps are to be taken are in catch block. Okay, they goes inside the catch block. So if exception is happening, what exactly has to be done? We will put that data inside our catch block. Making sense till this point, everyone? This is new, I understand, but are you understanding this a bit? What we are doing till this point? So any piece of code which will throw an exception will go inside a try block. And exactly after the try block, we will continue with the catch block, showing us that whatever exception has occurred, we have to be like, we will take that into the catch block and we'll write the handling codes here. Clear on this? Yeah, clear on this. We have to see this in practical, but we will be first going ahead looking at this thing. Now there are two types of exceptions. So before we jump into that, why not start with the code? Okay. Okay, where we are right. Create a new folder here called as exception handling. Under my exception handling, I want to create a file. Let's call it as try and let's exception demo.java. Exception demo.java. And what do I find here? Under my exception demo, what exactly are we trying to work around with? So first, if I have, I don't need this. So next is what I have my main method. Under my main method, I'm going to write an array. Int my array is equal to new int. Now see, I'll show you one more way how you can directly instantiate the data into an array. After this block, you can just simply put this value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have created an. Now you tell me what will happen. What do you think so the output will be when I do system.out.println I array, oh sorry, my array of 2 and open the tab. See, I got the output as 3. Why 0, 1, 2? What if, but what do you think so will happen if I make the change to my array of 20? What do you think so will happen here now? Any guess? Any guesses on this? What will be my output now? Any wild guess on this one? What can be the output here? Is there any element at index 20 here? Is there any element at index 20? What do you think so? Something yes, no, maybe anything will do for me in the chat. Are you understanding here what we are trying to do? If I try to connect, if I try to fetch out the index at the value at index 20, will that work for me? That should not be the case here, right? In that situation, what would happen here is I will have to no, not garbage value, but see Java C. Yes, we will. It's perfect, Mahima, that it will give me index out of bound exception. Why? We have already studied this. Like you remember last time. So if I say Java C, it will compile fine. See, this proves one more important point that exceptions are unexpected erroneous event which occur at runtime. Is it giving me compile time error? No. So if something is compiled fine, but happens this error is happening later on, that means that error is of nature runtime, and the runtime are not errors, they are basically the exceptions. Yeah, they are basically the exceptions. So here what will happen if I run this now? See, I am getting an exception. It says exception in thread main java.lang.array index out of bound exception index 20 out of bound for length 6, because the length of my array was what 6, and I'm trying to stick to index 20. So this way, what is happening? I am getting array index out of bound, and this will block me. And where exactly is this happening? Exception demo dot main and Java line number 9. So it is telling me exactly where it is happening. Understanding this? This is an exception. It is not an error. So your Java file will be compiled, but there are something which you cannot predict while writing the code. Those exception will occur. Believe me, When you go into the industry, maximum time you will be spending your time understanding the like this error issues itself. Clear on this? Are we clear on this? Okay. Next. Now exceptions are of two types. So for that reason, okay, I think we should have covered packages first before jumping into here. Reason being, yeah, I think we should cover packages first, and we should come back to exception now. Yeah, because the further parts what we want to cover requires us to have the checked and unchecked exception is the next topic I want to talk about. But for completing that, we should have an idea about what packages are. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just put a break on exception handling here. I'll leave this page and let's create one more page. Talk about packages first. Okay. Now, what do you mean by packages? Have you heard about packages sometime? Any idea about what packages are? Okay, so let me show it to you. What exactly do we mean by packages? So packages is how you okay. Just consider this. You have to write one project. Okay. Now, see when you write, have you heard about a term called as full stack application? Have you got an idea about a term called as full stack application? Anyone? Have you heard about it? Full stack application. See, what exactly happens here is when you create a full stack application, there is one layer which is called as a controller layer, which talks to the outer world. Then we have got a service layer, and then we have got a repository layer. The repository layer is then in turn connected to some sort of backend. Okay, we have got controllers, we have got service. Now what happens exactly here? See, there are all Java classes here. They are all .java files. So there will be lot of .java files, something .java, something .java, something .java. Okay, here also something .java. Here also we have got something .java. Here we have got something .java, something .java file, something .java file. Now you tell me one thing. If there are, if we create a project, what do you think so? Yes, no, whatever your belief is. If we create a project, will there be lot of .java file created? Will we create a lot of .java file? Yes, no. I think so that we are going to create a lot of .java file, right? What about you? Because I have worked on it. I know. Now the idea is, if we create all this .java file inside the same folder, will it create a confusion? Will it create a confusion? Yes, no, maybe something. If we create a .java, like there are, let's say, 10, 20, 30 Java files. If we create all that Java files inside our same folder, one folder itself, without segregating it, will it create a lot of confusion when we are trying to debug something or even try to maintain that project? Will it create a lot of issue? Yes. Will it create a lot of issue? Yes. Because the problem is, that when so many .java files are coming into the picture in a single go, it will obviously it has to create an issue. Yeah, it has to it has to create that issue. So that issue solved. Okay, so it is best here itself. So it is always better we segregate the different files. How? So by creating the packages. Now let me show you how they used to work with this. Yeah, how the packages work. So for that, there is another keyword which will be coming into the picture, which we call as what packages. VS Code is giving to you that by default, but I don't want to use that one. I will be showing you how we use our own. Okay. So these are different packages. First, packages are what? Packages are collection of classes and interfaces in some directorial hierarchy. Okay, they are collection of classes and or interfaces in some directorial hierarchy. Now, by default, the whole Java library itself is packaged. Yeah, and when it comes to packages, there are two types. First, there are built-in packages, and then there are we create our own package. Yeah, we create our own package. So, how does this packages come? Yeah, how does this packages come into picture? I have a story for that. So Sun Microsystem, the company, okay, the company which was responsible for creating Java. Yeah, Sun Microsystem was the company which was responsible for creating the Java. Okay, now this company was a service company. So what it used to do, it used to take projects from different companies. Okay, it used to take project from different companies. So let's say Hinduja College was one of the client, Asterisk Solution was another client, and Hibernate was another client. Okay. So when they're creating projects for these three different companies, what they normally used to do is they had to maintain, yeah, they had to maintain some package structure. So what they used to do when they want to create the project for, let's say, Hinduja College. So what they will do is, you know, what is the website for your Hinduja College? If you want to access your website, what is your website? Any idea? How does your website looks like? You know the URL? Yeah. So your website actually goes like hindujacollege.com, right? My company's website is asterixsolution.org, and then I have got codewithz.com. Yeah, codewithz.com. So what are this? These are different. What are this? These are the URLs, right? These are my college or website URLs, correct? So what they used to do when the packages are created, when the packages are created, you will find that this package creation they used to convert this. They want to they did was they inverted that. So it becomes your package name would become what? Com dot Hinduja college. Okay, then you can add something more to it. For asterisk solution, what it will become? Org dot asterisk solution. And for code with Z, it will become what? Com dot code with Z. Are we getting this? How the package names were decided? How were the package names decided? I just want to show you one simple scenario for that. There is a website. Okay, there is a website which is called as hibernate.org. Okay, if we go to hibernate.org, this is a very famous framework which has its implementation in Java. Okay, it have a class. Yeah, it has a class. So if I go to, so what do you think? So the package name will be for this particular framework. What will be the package name for this particular framework according to you? Can you help me out with that? If we have, if we have a website called as hibernate.org, and if there are Java classes for this, what do you think so will be there? uh, yeah, let's search for the docs. So if I go here, tell me, what do you think so will be the package name for them? Anyone? Come on, I need, yes, perfect, Sanchit. They have to be org.hibernate. Let's validate that. So if I go to hibernate documentation, and if I go to any of the class now here, and okay, HQL guide on this, okay, and, mapping annotation. See, can you see the package names here? How they are? org.hibernate.annotation.cascade type. Are you understanding this? This is official. This is very famous framework which is being there. Yeah. Are you understanding this? So this is how they used to write the packages. Okay, I just wanted to get your clarity here. Now on that basis, we have to understand that when the packages are there, there are inbuilt packages as well. And how does that look like? Yeah, how does that look like? So in Java, what exactly happens is there is a file called as, now let's talk about this inbuilt Java packages. Yeah, we have got this inbuilt Java library package. Okay, we have got this inbuilt Java library package, and in this inbuilt Java library package, we have a file called as rt.jar. Okay, this is the starting point. Now this jar, actually this is also a acronym for what? Runtime.jar. Okay, where do we normally find this file? Let's say we have our Java installation somewhere, right? Java jdk bin. Okay, where is that library gone now? Lib. See, they have actually converted. Okay. Let us search it. It has updated in JDK 11. Okay, they are saying. That is, okay, they have taken it out, but let's see that. Where does it go? Let's ask ChatGPT. Where is rt.jar in JDK11? The core runtime classes are the part of java.base, which is a module in a part of JPMS. Instead of single monolithic jar file like rt.jar, the core runtime are distributed among various modules now. Earlier, it used to be runtime.jar. That's what I was trying to explain. Earlier, it used to be runtime.jar, but now these files are distributed. Now, there are multiple modules in which these files are distributed. Okay, there are multiple modules in which these files are distributed. So, what we will do is let's try to figure that out. Okay, now I will just take you through the old way, because if you know the old way, you will be able to detect how it works. So this rt.jar used to have four starting points. These are basically, this is the starting point. Like if you expand this, you will get four different folders. The four different folders are Java, if you expand Java X, Sun, and Com. Okay, now inside this Java, there are more packages. What are those more packages? Let's see that. This is considered to be the core Java when you are working under the Java package under rt.jar. We have got lang, then we have got util, IO, SQL, and so on. There are many packages. Okay, inside the lang package, we have got various different files. Like, so again, this is a package. So this is a folder. This is a folder. This is a folder. This is a folder. Okay, inside that we have more such folders. If we expand this jar file, jar is like a tar or a zip file which you can expand, and then you have got this internal folders inside it. And inside this folder we have got various classes like string.java. Okay, then we have got system.java, then we have got integer.java. Okay, then we have got object.java file. Yeah, we have got class.java file. Have you heard about, you remember me continuously bragging about java.lang.object? You remember? And are you understanding how it looks like now? You remember during inheritance time I was continuously going about java.lang.object, correct? I was continuously going about java.lang.object. Are you understanding? In rt.jar, in your inbuilt Java libraries, there is a package called as Java. Java internally have another package called as lang, and that lang have a file called as object. This is what your main class is. Now, one thing we need to remember here is java.lang package. It's something very important to Java. So by default, it gets imported. It is auto imported into your Java code. Whatever file you write, it is auto imported. Okay, is this making sense? Are you able to connect the dots? Are you able to connect the dots here? Like we have been talking about a lot about this in package in during inheritance time, right? Okay, so there are multiple more packages, multiple more classes, and so we have got util. We'll be using util a lot. For example, date.java, then collection.java, list.java. Okay, just a second now. Okay. Then here we have got multiple things in Java IO. You can see will have a file class by name file.java. Then will have a file by name scanner. Okay, buffered reader, buffered writer, and so on. Okay, there are multiple classes here. In SQL also we will have a class by name connection. Then we have statement. Now one thing you need to remember, just I'm trying to show you, there is a file by name date in java.util.date. Also there is a file by name date in java.sql. Now because they fall under different packages, yeah, because they fall under different packages, I would actually be able to differentiate between them. This is one of the clashes that keep on happening and very important to note. Yeah. Okay. So clear on this. Any other thing we will have to actually import it manually. Yeah, we will have to actually import it manually. So how will we try to import that package and how will we try to work with that? So first thing first, I'll show you there are two ways of importing. Okay, sorry guys, I have a problem going on in one of my project. So what we'll do is understand how do we import. So for that, let's say what can a Java class access and not access? What can a Java class access and not access? For example, I have a class, let's say a.java. Yeah, I have a class by name a.java. Okay. Now, this can be one of the most important part we will be learning in today's session. Yeah, how does a Java class recognize another Java class? How does a Java class recognize another Java class? Okay, so we need to understand this three-step implementation. Okay, we need to understand three-step implementation. For example, there is a class by name a.java and it looks like this. Okay, we'll do this practically also. Class A, and I have got public void m1 system.out.println a-m1. Okay, then I have got today's date.java. This is another file. Here I have got class today's date, public static void main string array args. I do a is equal to new a, then I call a dot m1, then I call a dot m1. Then there is a file called as date.java, right? I want to access that. So what will I do? I will say date dt is equal to new date, and then I say system.out.println dt. Okay. Now, if I do this, what all things I will be able to access? I'm really sorry. Okay, let's do what? Create a folder for packages and try to explore this there. So I create a new folder and let's call it as packages. Under packages, what am I doing? I'm creating a Java file a.java as we discussed. Now this to a.java. I say class A, public void m1 system.out.println a dash m1. Okay. Then I create another file which is called as today's date dot java. I want to show you certain things. Okay. I say main. Then I say a is equal to new a dot m1. Okay. If I go to and try to compile on this one, if I say java c a dot java, fine. If I say java c today's date dot java, see this is also fine. And if I say compile run java today's date, see it is giving me a dash m1. That means it was able to access the two files in the same folder can access each other. Can I say that two files in the same folder can access each other? For example, let's say okay, let's say what happened here is, if you see the overall scenario, what we exactly did here, I had the same folder where I had a.java and I had today's date, right? Was I able to access this a.java in today's date? Yes. What happens is when a Java class encounters another Java class, there are three rules. Yeah, where will it find try to find it first? It tries to find in the same directory. It tries to find in the same directory. So was it able to connect? Was it able to find it out? So in case of A and today's date, was it able to find in the same directory? Was a.java and a.java and today's date, were they in the same directory? Yes. So they belong to the directory by the name of packages. So they were able to connect with each other. Now let's say I want to use date dt is equal to new date. See, it by default brought that import. I am deleting that import. And then I say system.out.println dt. Okay, I'm just trying to print it. So this situation, now what happens? This situation, what happens? Why is it giving me error? If I compile my Java C today's date, see, it is saying error cannot find symbol. Yeah, error cannot find symbol. There has to be something wrong here right now. Don't you think so? Something has to be wrong here. Yeah. So the problem is when we try to when we try to access the directory in the same folder, it was coming from there. Okay. Now the other part is when we use this date dt. Date dt, where do it belongs to? It is in java.util package, right? So now what will happen in the second way? If it is not found there, it will go to the second location. What is my second location? It will try, if it is not found in the same directory, it tries to find in java.lang package. Is util.date available in java.lang? No, right? They are in two different packages. It is in util package. What is auto imported for us? Lang package. So as per the second implementation, it will go to find in java.lang package. If it is not found there, it will go and try to find in imported package. Have we imported any package? Have we imported any package right now? No, right? In our current implementation, we have no import happening right now. So how do we import? So do I need to import? Yes. Why? Because date is not available in java.lang. It is not my same directory class. So I need to write an import statement. How do I write that import statement? Import statements are written in this way. See, consider I'm trying to import from java.util, right? How do I write it? Importing. So before my class starts, I have my class definition here, right? On before the class stop, I will write import java dot util. If I say asterisk, it will do what? It will import all the classes and interfaces. It will import all the classes and interfaces. On other hand, if I want to do an individual import, I can do that as well. It will I will say import java dot util dot date. There can be multiple import statements. It ends with a semicolon, and it imports only date. Okay, so let me show you that. How will that happen? So here, before this, the first line I will write is what? Import java dot util dot asterisk. This way, if I do that, what will happen? It will first try to search it in the same folder. Not found. It will try to search in. Now if I run this, see, java space today's date. See, it is saying Friday, April 19, and so on. Understanding this? So what will you do? You will, I will open my code shell. What will you do? Create a folder by name packages. Inside that folder, first write this a.java as a different file, and then you can write this other file. These are two different files, though, right? And then try to run the second one, first one and second. Compile the first, run the second. Let me know we are once you're done with this. What is a dead code? Dead code is when your compiler will is not able to reach there. Are you getting any error for dead code? Are we done with this practical part? Is library different? Sid, I cannot understand your question. Can you elaborate a bit? In what context? Okay, so on that note, I would also like to drop in a video. You can check this link what I have given in the URL. It's a very graphical video I've made about packages long time back, but still very relevant. You can check that out if I have given you in the chat window. Okay, so moving ahead. Now this is how you import the packages. Another thing is how do you create your own packages? Yeah, how do we create our own packages? So for that reason, now why do we need, is there a need for creating our own package? That is another question we want, and the big answer is yes, we always have a need to create our own packages. So creating our own packages. So what is the URL we normally deal with? If I want to create a package for Hinduja college, can you tell me what is the URL I will have to, like, what is the, what based upon the URL what will be my package now? Yes, yes, yes. Said packages and libraries, they are different. So packages come under the library. Okay, packages they come under the library. So library will internally have the packages. Okay. Yeah, Code with Harry is the best. I know that. I have been following his videos for a long time. So here are we, when we talk about making the packages for Hinduja. So what will be the package we'll create here? We'll create our URL will be what? hindujacollege.com, correct? So what will be the package we will create here now? The package created will be inversion of this, right? It will become com dot Hinduja College, correct? And here, what we can do is we can use this our package name. Now, when we want to create a package in our class, it can only fall under a single package. So, how does it look like? What are the possible ways we can do that? Okay. So, for that reason, what we'll do is first, if we only have a class, we will write class A, and all our data goes inside this. Then we can have this class A inside a package. How will we do that? We will say package com dot Hinduja College. We create a package folder of a statement with package here. Pooja, see what happens is earlier what we were doing is we were using the packages which were defined by them, right? Which was inbuilt packages, correct? Now will there be a requirement that we have to create our own package someday? Will there be a requirement where we'll have to create our own package? Okay, whoever is this Phoenix Viper, okay, you want to go by that? Just a second. I think you should stop talking in that chat and okay. So what we want to do here is okay. So we have got the inbuilt Java packages. What if we want to create our own packages? That's what we wanted. We were trying to understand here. Do you know, like when we create a project, we have to create a layered architecture. How does that layered architecture looks like? So here we have got package, and then we write class A. That is another way of writing. If you want to write any class inside a package, so let's talk about a real project scenario now. You are writing a project, okay, for a company, let's say XYZ, and their domain is xyz.com. Yeah, their domain is xyz.com. So now you tell me what will be their package name. What will be the package name starting for this company xyz.com? The package name will be com.xyz, and there are multiple. Yeah, there are okay, I think you are making disturbance in chat window. Can we stop that? Okay, how about we'll shift to Google Meet. So this is not something I'm going to tolerate here. I have added link in chat window for Google Meet. Can you please join in there? I have added the link in the chat window. Can you please join in there? Yep, I have everyone have got this. I am ending that stream there.